Oh. Oh shit. Oh shit, is a thing happening? Is a thing happening? Yo! Oh, it's okay, Slushy. Things are happening. How is it going? How is it be? My name is Matt, and we are editing through my next Uncharted video, and it is definitely not a secret. It's definitely not a secret to be here today, guys. And if you're here right now, if you're here, then awesome. Then thanks so much. That's amazing. I can't believe you would do that on a Sunday evening. Yeah, in fact, you know what? Let's tweet this out, or not tweet this out. Thread this out, post this out. Whatever the fuck it's called. I got a little baby in my lap. Yo, Cam, thanks so much for coming in. I got a little kitty in my lap, and I would show her, but she's trying to, you know what? Whatever, fuck it. Cat tax. Cat tax. I know you're so sleepy, and I'm sorry. You're probably gonna hate me. But there you go. Cat tax, Cam. That's Slushy. Go back to sleep. Shh. She wasn't actually sleeping. She just rearranged herself. But it looked like she just got comfortable. So I apologize to her. But I hope you're doing good on this Sunday evening. Sunday. Sorry, I'm just pulling up the chats and stuff before we actually get into the main editing here. There we go. Yeah. Doing better. You were sick yesterday. Oh, that's unfortunate to hear, my friend. What happened? Were you just like not feeling it? Were you like throwing up or stuff? I mean, I don't want to get too visual or too descriptive here, but either way, I'm glad that you are feeling better. I hope you like just stayed inside and had water and saltines and whatever. Bad allergies. Yeah, it is allergy season. Dude, pollen has been whack this year, my guy. Like, I don't know about you. I am not super allergic to pollen. I'm mainly allergic to dust, which is often with pollen. But like, even this year, I was like, oh my God, like my allergies are kind of getting me. But thank you everyone so much for coming in and being here. Hope you got a snack. Hope you got a drink. Hope you are just chilling out, hanging out for this Sunday stream. We're going to be going through my next Uncharted video, which I know I said was going to go out on Friday and then didn't. Haha. Gotcha. Didn't mean to get you, but I did. So what have we done so far? It didn't go out because I've been working on my actual client work. So, maybe. And I care more about getting paid than doing work for unpaid purposes. So, oh well. But here we are. Hopefully I'll get this out by this Thursday, but maybe I won't. We shall see. But yeah, so what have we done so far? We have done the first 2 chapters, excuse me, in their entirety. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's good to know. Sorry, I just saw a little notification on my stream deck. So the first 2 chapters, which is chapter 20 and 21, are completely done with their green screen and their... Let's go. I don't know. Zipline over it. Don't blow it up. Got him. The audio on this part's really bad, but... I don't know what the fuck I was supposed to do there. He just told me to run across. As we get across... I need to have more... like montages. I'm gonna have a couple montages in this part. And I guess I didn't really because all the audio here is bad, which is why I marked it with a different color. But chapter 20 was also pretty short, so there wasn't a lot to montage. But I guess there's still the opening montage. Well, Cam, I hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing all right. How's your weekend been, or how's your week been? You know, outside of being sick. Since the last time I streamed, I feel like it's been a bit since I've streamed. That's on me. when did I last stream? I feel like it was probably a week ago. April 23rd. Oh, so a couple days ago. Yeah, that was a good stream. That was like over 2.5 hours. Okay, guys, can we start editing? Can we actually like fucking edit now, please? Everyone, thanks so much for helping me. Anyway, this is how far I've gotten into chapter 22, which is just that much. And I figured I will just go through the good takes and like cut it up, you know, make it sound succinct and good and better, and then we'll go through the gameplay, and then hopefully we'll see where we go to. We'll see where we end up from there. My goal is to get through the end of the chapter, but you know, if we decide to go through the outro, or we decide to, since we have finished that, have done the intro, we'll be really golden. But we're starting here right now with chapter 22. Bad audio, right, like I said, for this part. Chapter 22, the monastery. Chapter 22 starts off deceptively simple. We do some stealth, find a secret crossbow, and have the chance to actually take things slow for like the first time this episode, until this first arena. Great. It's one of those arenas where if you do everything perfectly, it looks super easy and impressive. So I'm just checking what I've done right now just to make sure it was good, because I just want to get back into the headset. Because this is still brutal difficulty. Headset, mindset, same thing. So, it's back to learning things the hard way. Which enemy can alert who? So right now what I'm doing, what I mean by going through all these usable takes, is just editing, cutting out these little pauses. Which enemy can alert who? Like, I don't really like that pause there. So is there a little bit of magic I can do there? Which enemy can alert who? There we go. Which person can see what body? Person can see can person can see what body? How? Ooh, crisp. Body. How long can I go until people start shooting? And just how far can I push it until the whole thing devolves into chaos? All right, so I'm trying to leave these little tails so that way I can give myself like a Jim from The Office reaction shot. I think that's action. I guess it's not really an action shot, but like looking at the camera shot, I think maybe that'll help elevate my videos. I don't know. It's something I want to try doing, at least. Maybe it won't work. But what I kind of want to do here is I think I'll have myself kind of bouncing around the screen. Hard way. Which enemy can alert who? Which person can see what body? How long can I go until people start shooting? Because I'm going to be in this first arena, so I feel like there's going to be a bunch of like obstacles that I'll be cutting through, so I can put myself in different places. So I won't really mess with myself here too much. How far can I push it until the whole thing devolves into chaos? And then like right here, I'll have a zoom in. Things are actually going kind of fine until, yeah, turns out there's a whole second stage that I just didn't know about. Of course there is. Okay. So I think here it would be kind of funny if things are actually so I don't know if I should edit until this part right here, if I should cut this part out. Yeah, turns out there's a whole but I think this part
turns out
would be good.
there's a whole second stage that I just didn't know about.
So this part can be 125.
Just didn't know about.
And then at the start of here, scale position. To there. When what? Is 25 too small? Oh, I can do that? That is sick. I'm so glad I have that button on my mouse. I didn't realize I could do that. That makes life a lot easier. Oh, there's something in my eye. It might be just an eyelash or something. Why is it every time I fucking go live, it's like... Oh. There we go. And then... Nope, not that. I meant that.
Of course there is.
Let's move that to there. And I think it would be funny. So let's make these holes. And then this can be like 250.
Of course there is.
Is that kind of funny?
Stage that things were actually going kind of fine until... Yeah, turns out there's a whole second stage that I just didn't know about. Of course there is.
Oh wait, this needs to start. Because that's, yeah, this needs to start at 125 actually. Because that's where the last one started.
That I just didn't know about. Of course there is.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think that just beat at the end is good.
Of course there is.
Is this too big maybe?
Of course there is. Of course there is. And this is the moment when it finally clicks that this chapter just won't freaking end. I don't know how... And this is the moment when it...
I like we're essentially be 5.5 minutes into this video, and I'm like, no, I'm starting to feel, well, I guess that's halfway through. I'd be realistically about halfway through, so that's probably fine.
Moment when it finally clicks, and this is the moment that this chapter just won't And this is the moment when it finally clicks that this chapter just won't freaking end. Just won't freaking end.
Rotation.
Freaking
rotation. All right. So like 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 10, 1, 2, 10, 1, 2, I don't know, fucking, yeah, let's do 10, and then 10, and then 6, and then 6. Does that cause enough shakiness effect?
Just won't freaking end. I don't know.
I like it.
Chapter just won't freaking end. I don't know how.
And doing it like 6, 10, 6, like almost looks like it's on a curve. That's pretty good.
How obvious it is on stream, but this is the point on stream, but this is the point where I started to really spiral.
Okay.
Because then we hit this episode's turret section, and for some reason I'm convinced that going left is the right play. Spoiler alert.
I think we should unlink that. Oh wait, we should keep that linked. Unlink. Unlink. Does this do it? Will this work?
Is the right play. Spoiler alert, it's not. Right play. Is the right play. Spoiler alert. Left is the right play. Spoiler alert. It's
I like this. I like this a lot. Whoops. Let's do that. And then we can control shift Z, and then we can. Sorry, the trick I used, or like I've learned for like doing good zoom ins, is to like track the nose, like make sure the nose is center or on the center line of where the previous person or the previous nose was, and the zoom in will look fine. I think I got that from like Cord or Digital a while back.
because then we hit this episode's turret section, and for some reason I'm convinced that going left is the right play. Spoiler alert, it's not.
Yeah, like this one, I could do that too.
Turns out there's...
Have it be there. Unlink. Unlink.
Yeah, turns out there's a whole second stage that I just didn't know about.
I think that's pretty cool. I feel like I've mostly deleted it from...
Don't, because this is still...
I've deleted most of it from all of this stuff because that's just how I edited it, but... Yeah, never mind. We don't have to look through all that right now.
But this is the point where I started to really spiral. But this is the point where...
What is this?
But this is the point...
Okay.
On stream. But this is the point where... And I'm convinced that going left is the right play. Spoiler alert, it's not. Water, whack. Climbing, whack.
I really like this part.
Whack. Climbing, whack.
I'll fix the audio.
Spawning, whack. The way he jumps to nothing, whack. The way he waits to get shot at, whack. Me, I'm tight as fuck. Fuck. As fuck. Tight as fuck.
I like it. Okay, and this is, and he definitely can't skate transition. This is right here. So I guess there's a montage here and here, is that right? Yeah, montage, and he definitely can't skate transition. Montage, definitely can't skate transition. Hi, Slushy. What's up, baby? Really? Is that how you feel? Mm-hmm. Come here. Good girl. Do you want to explain to the viewers what we're doing right now? No. Kitty cam. Slushy, explain to the viewers what we're doing. Say something to the audience. Can you hear her purring? Can you hear that, chat? Alright, she's done. Man, there's like a party going on upstairs. I've been hearing them for a bit. I don't care, they're just being a little loud. Sorry that the hair is kind of messy. I had a workout earlier and then I didn't shower because I'm working out again tomorrow. Now I'm not going to see anyone except my girlfriend in between now and then, so.
Death 500. Death 500 rolls around and I'm not even adapting anymore. I'm just making the same. I'm just making the same mistakes faster. I'm just making...
I feel like you can kind of tell that I wrote the second half after I wrote the first half. Because I think there's more jokes. Or at least that I'm editing the second half after I'm editing the first half. Because
Death
it's
500 rolls around and I'm not even adapting anymore. I'm just making the same mistakes faster.
I love you.
And it's right about here where I really don't want to be playing anymore. It takes like 10 more deaths before I even consider going to the right, but that's ultimately the correct decision. Fuck, it would have been funnier if I said the right decision. Damn it. Correct decision. Even though I said that's ultimately the correct decision. Fuck, it would have been funnier if I said the right decision. Damn it. But that's ultimately the correct decision. Fuck, it would have been funnier if I said the right decision. Damn it. Even consider going to the right, but and then right, hold on, let's do this a bit more that way, and then cut in, and then unlink, and then wait, unlink that too. There we go. Before I even consider going to the right, but that's ultimately the correct. Even consider going to the right, but that's ultimately the correct decision. It takes like 10 more deaths before I even consider going to the right, but that's ultimately the correct decision. Oh my god, there's like girls screaming above me. Not like in a bad way. It's not like, it sounds like they're like girls, like not like women. Like they're having like a fucking slumber party or something. Consider going to the right, but that's ultimately the correct decision. It's like, I mean, good for them. I don't care. I just like, I've never heard like, I mean, I've heard some like noises from the apartment above us, but it's been like someone on a phone call, like angrily on a phone call or whatever. And I'm like, whatever, you know? So it's like, yeah, I'm sure those people got social lives. I'm just trying to imagine what it is, because it's like a Sunday night. Maybe it's just like a family get together. Consider going to the right, but that's ultimately the correct decision. Fuck, it would have. And then this can be tiny. Fuck, it would have been funnier if I said the right decision. Damn it. How's this? It takes like 10 more deaths before I even consider going to the right, but that's ultimately the correct decision. Fuck, it would have been funnier if I said the right. Did I lower that a lot? No, that's just where it's supposed to be. Decision. Damn it. Oh well. Why are you sitting? You can lay down. Lay down. I know, I can't like really pet you right now, but you can lay down. Okay, how much we got in this? I don't think that much longer. We're like halfway through the green screen stuff.
Yeah, because all of that's like the outro. I assume that's like... And then, finally, this is recap? Do you remember that number? Oh, okay. That's all recap. And we just did that. So we're here. Only a couple left. We've definitely done like that amount. Maybe not today, actually. But we're like halfway through the chapter. We start making progress on this side by taking out the first few enemies, and then taking out a few more, and then catching our breath, and then the first few enemies, and then taking out a few more. Okay, bye, I guess. And then taking out a few more, and then catching our breath. A few more, and then catching our breath. Out a few more, and then catching our breath. And then catching our breath, and then dying to the... Why do I fucking raise my hand again? And then dying. And then catching our breath. And then dying to the last enemy. Naturally. So I pretty much always want to end on the big one. At least that's kind of my general rule of thumb. Taking out the first few enemies, and then taking out a few more, and then catching our breath, and then dying to the last enemy, naturally. And then taking out a few more, and then catching our breath, and then dying to the last enemy. I think it might be funnier if I'm getting bigger every time. Enemies, and then taking out a few more, and then catching our breath, and then dying to the last enemy, naturally. Yeah, that's good. Me, naturally. Cool. Somehow, I make it back to where I was only a few deaths later, and I figure out that it's just slightly easier to take out the turret enemy by hanging from this short wall. A little bit of strategy there for you. Short wall. Then I take out the last enemy and basically immediately die, but at least right here is a checkpoint. Great, that's a good one to make bigger because there's not a whole lot going on here, just a little bit of strategy. Somehow, I make it back to where I was only a few deaths later, and I figure out that it's just slightly easier to take out the turret enemy by hanging from this short wall. Then I take out the last enemy and basically immediately die, but at least right here is a checkpoint. Nice thing about editing though is that you can do something like this. Somehow I make it back to where I was only a few deaths later, and I figure out that it's just slightly easier to take out the turret enemy by hanging from this short wall. Then I take out the last enemy and basically immediately die, but at least right here is a checkpoint. And if I was like, don't like it, just change it back. You know? It's just... But I do like it, so I'm gonna keep it. My mouth tastes like protein shake. Like stale protein shake. Because I had a protein shake. We get to use this turret on the enemies that are trying to flank us before going through this big door with Elena. And every time I think I'm done, Elena. And every time I think I'm done, it's like there's another wave or another brute or another sniper or something, and I'm just so tired of it. So luckily, alright, now we can unlink, do that. Or with Elena. And every time I think I'm done, it's like there's another wave or another brute or another sniper or something, and I'm just so whoa. Why does it... Elena. And I'm just... Why does it do that? Okay. Or something, and I'm just so tired. And I'm just... something, and I'm just so tired of it. So tired of it. So luckily this arena has all three. This arena has all three of them. Luckily this arena has all three of them. Let's do 175. This arena has all three of them. We get to use this turret on the enemies that are trying to flank us before going through this big door with Elena. And every time I think I'm done, it's like there's another wave or another brute or another sniper or something, and I'm just so tired of it. So luckily this arena... Whoa, where am I? There I am. And every time I think I'm done, it's like there's another wave... I'm done, it's like there's another wave or what is that at 150? Okay, so I need to go up to like 125 or another brute or another sniper or another sniper or something. Uh, 125, and I have, so we're at 100. Like 8 and 16. Door with Elena, and every time I think I'm done, it's like there's another wave or another brute. I see. Whoops. That's a hold. Should just delete all of that. And that's a hold, and that's a hold, and that's a hold, although it doesn't really matter. Every time I think I'm done, it's like there's another wave or another brute or another sniper or something, and I'm just so tired of it. So luckily, this arena has all three of them. First, you climb up the outside of this tower, just to fight your way back down on the inside. And there could be a montage here. I don't think I'd say montage. Oh, I do say that. Haha. I hadn't actually marked a montage there, but I was like, you know, I should probably put one there anyway. It's because I already knew. Too good at my own game. Excuse me. Next, you open a door for Elena and begin another arena across. You open a more. Next, you open a door for Elena and begin another arena across another bridge. It takes over 15 deaths, but It takes bridge. It takes over 15 deaths, but I figure out that you want to use the dragon snipers that spawn in on the RPG and sniper enemies across from you. And then just get... And then just get really lucky with the rest. Unless you're good at quickscoping, which I am not. Okay, so first let's do this one. It takes over 15 bridge. Then unlink. It takes their bridge. It takes over 15 deaths, but I figure out that you want to use bridge. It takes over 15 deaths. Takes over. It takes over 15 deaths. Their bridge. It takes over 15 deaths, but I figure out that you want to use the dragon snipers that spawn in on the RPG and sniper enemies across from you. Hi, Slushy. And then just get really... Okay. And then... Hi. Okay, hi. I love you. From you. And then just get really lucky with... Cross from you. And then just get really... You. And then just get... Enemies across from you. And then just get really lucky with... Honestly, this one might be better if we just... Across from you. And then just get really lucky... Ah, I see. Let's link those back enemies up then. Across from you. And then just get really lucky with the rest. Unless you're good at quickscoping, which I am not. Great. My shoulders
You'll
are sore.
also want to be careful when crossing the bridge because... Told you. By this point, I'm exhausted and frustrated, and I really just want to put the controller down. And I really just want to put the controller down. But for some reason I... Controller down. But for some reason I don't.
And then unlink that. Unlink that. No, and...
But for some reason I don't. Controller down. But for some reason I don't. Controller down. But for some reason I don't. But for some reason I put the controller down. But for some reason I don't. Controller down. But for some reason I don't.
I like that. I like that a lot. We are chugging through this. Oh, we just got a couple more. Okay, great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. And then comes the easy part.
It takes another few deaths. It takes another few deaths, but I make it past the bridge largely by blind firing enemies as they got close. Get past the bridge. By blind firing enemies at past the bridge largely by blind firing enemies as they got close. We go into the next tower where we're immediately greeted by a brute who sends us into the next checkpoint. Where we're immediately greeted by a brute sends us into the next checkpoint.
Cool.
This tower is not any easier because we're completely surrounded by enemies, including from above and snipers from pretty far away. Eventually, we make our way up the tower to find several dragon snipers at our feet. Use them on the snipers across from you, and if you take out the RPG enemy in the middle tower, you don't have to deal with a sniper enemy that's above him. Across from you, and if you take out the RPG enemy in the middle tower, you don't have our feet. Use them on the snipers across from you, and if you take out the RPG enemy in the middle tower, you don't have to deal with a sniper.
I could go for a donut right now. Oh, roly poly kitty. I don't know why. I could go for a donut. Like, I'm feeling donut.
And then, finally, after dealing with all the enemies trying to cross the big wooden
God, I love me a Krispy Kreme glazed donut.
and then
Finally, after dealing with all the enemies trying to cross the big wooden rickety bridge, we decide to cross that same big wooden rickety bridge, and, wouldn't you know it, the big wooden the big wooden rickety bridge that we've shot at a bunch suddenly collapses. We managed to suddenly collapses. We managed to climb our way up. A bunch suddenly collapses. We managed to climb our way up and through a door, and oh my god, oh my god, the chapter is still freaking going. Okay, now. Bro has a genuine crashed out over the game. Maybe that's just what I fucking should call this. Freaking going. Okay, no. No. You know what? Never mind. Okay, no. 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 You know what? Never mind. You know what? Never mind. We are not. Whoops. Oh, you know what? Never mind. We are not doing that. Actually, maybe that's what I should just call this. This chapter made me crash out. That's not bad. What was I originally gonna call this? It was like this chapter was fine until right at the end or something. I cannot believe I've died over 130 times in just this chapter alone. And it's not even over yet. This chapter made me crash out and die 130 times. I kind of like that, actually. I really like that. This chapter made me crash out and die 130 times. Oh god, my hair looks awful like that. I think that works. Oh wait. Okay, no. No. You know what? Never mind. We are not doing that. We open the door and into the death recap. Maybe a little montage. Right here. Oh, but that could be a good short, is just the death recap at the end. I'll always have that. I can always just have that at like the end of the month. That's not bad. I've been having more ideas for how to make my shorts better, because a couple of my shorts have been doing pretty good. Pretty good by my standards. By my, comparisons. And so I'm figuring out how to like kind of try to lean in towards those or do those better. Hi, Slushy. I'm just talking about my YouTube strategy. I know. That's what I'm doing. So the ones that have been working for me recently have been basically montages, which is why I've been talking about them a lot. And the ones where it's like I talk directly to the person and then like to the audience, and then it gives like a quick montage. Like here, I'll just pull it up because it's my own fucking content. Studio. Can we just go to like my channel? Here we go. So as you can see, like this one has 700, this one has 30, this one has 400, this one has 1.3, this one has 400, this one has 80, this one has 100, 200, 200, 1.4K. And so if I'm looking at just the 1.4K, 800, like if I'm looking at the ones that have good views, they all
So we climb up
start
and
like
out of
this.
this building and into another arena that spans multiple rooftops.
Rather difficult.
Or just stand there. Yeah, that's great. Don't know where he came from. All right, take that though. And I die.
So we climb up and out of this building.
So like I want to lean more. Obviously I'm still going to be making just these like death highlight ones because they're the easiest and I can get a lot of them out. But I'm going to try to make more of these montage ones.
Most of this game wasn't even that bad until this part.
What was that? There we go. What? Of course, as soon as I get to it, I die. Or just stand there. Yeah, that's great.
Most of this game,
See, like that's so
this is going to prove to be very useful because it turns out this whole chapter is just one big firefight.
Why were you not ducking? Okay. God headshotted.
I feel like having the three deaths is pretty normal, but I might extend it if I have an extended period of deaths. So anyway, I'm trying to make more for this next video, this one that I'm currently making. I want to have more montage moments that I can turn into shorts, because the last ones have been doing good, but I didn't make that many of them. So I'm hoping that this one I can have more. And I think right now I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 montages, which is pretty good. And then I'm thinking maybe I can do the death recap as a standalone short and see if that works, because it's like me talking directly to camera, you know. I think that's part of what helps. And then yeah, my other idea was I wanted to try to just make some short specific content, like stand in front of the camera, talk directly to it during my next like filming session or whatever, and be like, and this is the dumbest death of this episode, or this may be the dumbest death by far, and then just show the death. And basically just like, instead of trying to, what am I trying to say? Yeah, I think the ones that are working the best are the ones where I'm talking directly to camera, and I don't know if it's because I'm talking directly to camera, I don't know if it's because of the montage, I don't know if it's because of both or what. So I'm trying to, in order to figure that out, I want to try to isolate those things. So I want to isolate if it's me talking in front of the camera or if it's a montage. And I can just do a montage that's low effort, but I think if I do the high effort thing first, which is create short specific content i.e. me saying, I think this is the dumbest death, and then only showing one death, but like maybe more in its entirety instead of a montage or whatever, or these are the dumbest deaths, and then show like longer ones, then maybe that would inform me as to what part I'm missing or what part is working. Does that make sense? Hi, Sashi. You are good, baby. You are good, baby. Yeah. 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 Can you guys hear her? Alright, this is a slow one. Huh. Sorry, I'm just learning how my Elgato thing works a little bit. Huh. Okay. You got an hour, my girl. I know, we've kind of been giving you like half portions a little early. That's a big yawn. You got some good teefies. Yeah. No, it's not your food time. Come on. See, I need to use the restroom, so if I take a break to use the restroom, she's gonna think I'm gonna feed her, which I'm not gonna do, because she has an hour. It's 8 p.m. Eastern. Or 7 p.m. Eastern. It's currently 7 p.m. Eastern. She gets fed at 8 p.m. Eastern. You have 1 hour. I don't think you know that. It concerns me, Slushy, that you're a year old and you can't tell time. That's concerning. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna use the restroom before we start the gameplay portion of this. So I will be right back. Hope you grab a drink, hope you grab a snack. If you need to feed your pet, unlike me, then why don't you go do that? But I will be right back. Give me like 2 minutes. Thanks. What's cracking? Alright, so now we just gotta put in the gameplay for, I mean, not all we have to do, but to get to the point that I want to get to today, I just gotta put in the gameplay for this whole part right here. I'll probably work on a little more after that. Oh, I'm getting tired. I don't know why. Getting tired. I've been tired for a bit, bro. Sorry if that was peaking your audio. That'd be a really shitty name for like an album. Like a man sitting in an Audi. Man sitting on an Audi. And he's like doing the peace sign. And the album name is Audio. Like Audio. What do you think, guys? Chapter 22, dot off simple, do some stealth and a crossbow. Chapter 22 starts off so simple, find a skeleton crossbow.
Chapter 22 starts off deceptively simple. We do some stealth, find a secret crossbow, and have the chance to actually take things slow for like the first time this episode, until this first arena.
Welcome to the channel. 30 minutes.
Almost there. No. Stop.
And like broke that guy's neck on the way down.
Chapter 22 starts off deceptively simple. We do some stealth. Chapter 22 starts off deceptively simple. Chapter 22 starts off deceptively simple. We do some stealth, find a secret crossbow.
Hey Slushy. Hey Slushy.
There's a crossbow back here. That's pretty sick. There's a crossbow back here. That's pretty sick.
Hi Slushy.
Crossbow and
Hi Slushy.
find a secret crossbow. There's a crossbow back.
Hi Slushy. Hi Slushy.
There's a crossbow
And
back
have
here.
the chance
Crossbow. There's a crossbow back here. That's pretty. There's a crossbow back here. That's pretty sick. have the chance to actually take things slow for like the first time this episode.
First time this episode.
Until the first
arena.
All right. Starting it off strong.
episode.
Oh, okay, cool.
Starting it off strong.
It's up this way.
And have the chance and have the chance to actually take things slow
All right.
for like the first time this episode.
Starting it off strong.
Slushy, it's not your food time. And then where do I say that in like slow motion?
This is gonna be great.
And to actually take things slow
All right.
for like the first time this episode.
Starting it off strong.
This is gonna be great.
Strong. Starting it off strong.
This is gonna be great. This is gonna be great.
Until this first arena.
That guy saw me. Well, that was pretty quick. Oh.
Careful. Soldiers.
Hang back. Easy, these guys are.
Saw me. Well, that was pretty quick. Oh, Elena, shit, I'm sorry.
Until this first arena.
Oh, that guy saw me. Well, that was.
Until this
Hang back.
first
Easy,
arena.
these guys are.
Until this first arena.
Oh, that guy saw me. Well, that was pretty quick. Oh, Elena, shit, I'm sorry.
Great. Let's get the first ding of the chapter in. I'm hoping having that.
This is gonna be great.
I hope that that's funny. You know? Hi, Slushy. Thanks for giving yourself the cat tax. Don't jump on my dick. Don't jump on my dick. I swear to God, thank you. She's done it before, and I fucking hate it. I don't. It's not good. It's really annoying. What? Girl, you have over 45 minutes. Calm down. You have like 50 minutes. Enjoy the music. Stop. Are you seriously bristling? Why are you bristling? What is wrong with you? She's like legit kind of bristling to this. I don't know why. Just lay down. I promise I'll feed you. I will not forget. What's going on there?
Sorry. It's one of those It's one of those arenas where if you do everything perfectly, it looks super easy and impressive.
And I got a grenade out of that too. No bodies. I wonder how much of this actually can do stealth. I mean, obviously I gotta have this like an actual fighting arena. But like, I wonder how much of
just
this is
wait here
realistic
for
to
a
do stealthily.
bit. So like I don't. This isn't like great content.
Does this guy come any
I
closer?
need to do my nails, my man. Like
Oh, okay.
my nails are long.
I saw something. You just imagine it.
Here we go. I don't know if this guy's super good to get. I'm about to put myself in a pickle here. Okay, cool. Got out of that one. I don't know how much further I can realistically get. I mean, I know, so there's a back way I can go into. No, I was about to go for it, but that guy would have seen me. There's a back way this way.
There's not. All right, so I think actually I can just do that first part. If we speed duration, that's 20 seconds. Speed duration, that's 20 seconds. 4 seconds, 5 seconds. I wonder how much of this I actually. And I got a grenade out. I wonder how much of this I actually can do stealth. I mean, obviously. What the fuck? Obviously, I gotta have. This is like an actual fighting arena. Damn. But like. I wonder how much of this is realistic to do stealthily.
Ah, okay. Well, I'm just gonna do this. This should be pretty safe. Oh my god, no! I just did all that.
So naturally, I don't, because this is still brutal difficulty. So, it's back to learning things the hard way.
Here they come.
Damn it! I don't know. No. I don't know what set them off.
Is that the one? Is that the one that I talk about? I guess I don't need to do that. I can pull up. Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna do this. It should be pretty safe. Oh my god! No! I just did all that and then I fucking pressed circle instead of X. Oh my god. Did all that and then I fucking pressed circle.
Literally, what do you have to yap about?
It's one of those arenas where if you do everything perfectly, it looks super easy and impressive. So naturally, I don't.
Oh wait, there was gonna be yeah, this part. Not audio, speed duration 300, 350. Slushy, you're really cute, and I know exactly what you want, but you're not getting it for a little bit. I'm sorry. That's not a place for good kitties. Get down. Get down.
Impressive.
I wonder how much of this is realistic to do stealthily.
So naturally,
I'm just gonna do this.
don't, because this is still brutal difficulty.
This should be pretty safe.
So it's back
Oh my
to
God.
learning things the hard. This is still brutal difficulty.
This should be pretty safe. Oh my God. No! I just did all that and then I fucking pressed circle. Great.
So it's back to learning things the hard way. Which enemy can alert
sorry.
who? Which person can see what body? How long can I go until people start shooting? And just how far can I push it until the whole thing devolves into chaos? Things are actually going.
Why am I so tired? I feel so tired. I don't know why. I mean, I know I'm like sore, but I'm not like working out wouldn't have just made me it would have made me sore, which I do feel, but I also feel like just mentally kind of exhausted. Stop. My God, my cat just does not stop, dude. She is constant. She is all the time. Like, I can't even imagine having a child, like a real human child, because having a cat is just so fucking much. And I actually get to sleep through the night with her. Like, I wouldn't even get to sleep through the night if I had a real human child. Man. What a day. I guess I haven't even done all that much today. I've just worked out. I just feel tired and out of it. All the same. Sorry, I'm waiting for this ad on my phone to stop. So I can start the next one.
Sorry, I just got caught thinking in the this song seems pertinent. I don't know what it's called or what it's about, but the vibe of it so far feels like what I was just thinking about, kind of, which is like it's kind of hard going live to 0 viewers or 1 viewer, not gonna lie, and that's what it is most of the time. It's just being live to no one. It's just showing that you're on and that you're able to be on and talk and do stuff, and you know, hopefully one day you kind of just get an audience and people like you for it. Get the ball rolling, because it's really hard to get that ball rolling. It's a Sisyphean task, is like doing media and doing content creation and stuff, where starting to get the ball rolling is the hardest part, because maintaining it is relatively easy. Like once you get the groove of it. But doing it to do it and doing it like with no one there is kind of difficult. You know, it's not like old YouTube where you could just like make a thing and it's what people flocked to because it was like you were the only person there. It's like there's so much on Twitch and there's so much on YouTube now that it's like, how are you even supposed to get discovered? I have no idea. I know I'm being a little nihilistic about it. Like, I'm sure there's things I could or should be doing better or different, but I don't know what those are. You know, I didn't go to school for that. I don't even know if you can go to school for that. I'm sure some places you can. I don't think that was a thing at my school, though. Excuse me. Sorry, excuse me. Oh my lord. Can you please stop? Please? Pretty please with the cherry on top? How many steps am I at? Maybe that'll help, is if I stand up, get some work done while getting some steps in. I don't think I have that many steps. I think I'm still under like 5,000 for the day, even though I worked out earlier. Yeah. Yeah, I'm at like 4,500 for the day. So, I still gotta get like 5,500 in. It's good to get 10,000 steps, you know? Alright, let's do that then. Bye-bye. See you never. I'm going. How'd you get up there? Hey. Hey. Hey, where you going? Hey. Until we meet again. All right. Let's get some steps in. There we go. So if I look a little funky, if it looks like I'm pacing, it's because I am. And if it looks like I'm a sweet potato, it's because I am.
So, it's back to learning things the hard way. Which enemy can alert who,
Oh, girl.
which person can see what body, how...
What do I want to do here? It really is like over 7 minutes. It's 8 minutes for this one chapter and it's not even done. I don't know if I'm gonna finish it. I mean, I want to, but I'm tired. I mean, I don't want to spend all of my night doing this. I want to eat dinner and play some video games at some point, so. But if I walk for the next like 2 hours, then I'll probably get at least 4,000 steps. But in half an hour, I do have to take a small break to feed my cat. Of course, my aunt just texted me. Oh, right. Okay. Oh. Cause I'm just trying to think, like, I don't totally know what my week looks like this week in terms of getting this done, of being able to get this done. So I want to get this done. I'm talking right now. I'm talking to my chat right now. You can give me a second. I didn't get her. I just don't know what my week will fully look like. So I don't know if I'll totally have a chance when I'll have the next chance to work on this. So I don't even know if I'm fully getting this out by the end of the month, and that kind of upsets me, which is why I want to get as much as I can done now, so that way I don't have to deal with that this week.
Stop. Stop.
All right, let's.
So, it's back to learning
again.
things the hard way. Which enemy...
Dude, it feels like I gotta pee again, though. I'm not gonna lie. So I'll be right back. Oh. I'm back and I decided to grab a bag of chips because I'm hungry, but I don't really want to stream and edit. Like I'm fine editing, but I don't know if I really want to stream all this. I think that's part of my difficulty, is feeling like I have to perform right now. Like wanting to do this but feeling like I have to like be talking and smiling and chatting and whatever, and I'm not feeling that. Like I am just feeling like doing what I have to do. So sorry guys, I do want to finish this, and because I want to finish that, that's why I am not streaming, because I think streaming is actually kind of killing my productivity. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this, and I hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great rest of your night and a great week. Yeah, thanks so much guys. I'll see you later.